So this is the lecture discussion for centroids and center of gravity. So first, let's define the center of gravity. Okay, so the center of gravity is the point where the total weight of an object acts. So from the image, these blue dots represents the center of gravity. So ibig sabihin po, the weight of each of this person is located at these blue points. So now, in reality, the weight is spread out throughout an entire object. So, but to make things easier in engineering, we assume that all the weight is concentrated at one point. Ano po? So again, in reality, the weight are distributed, but to make things simpler in an engineering perspective, we assume the weight to be concentrated at a single point. So yung single point na yon is what we call your center of gravity. So when we say resultant weight, we simply mean the total weight combined into one force. So for example, this person, the total weight of this person is combined into a single force, which is assumed to be in this position, where this position is what we call its center of gravity. So also, so lagay tayo ng ayan. So gagawa tayo diyan ng line. Sorry, this is supposed to be a straight line. Ano po? Andito yung ating weight na tinatawag or the weight of the person as a single force downward. Ano po? So in simpler terms, the center of gravity is the point where we assume the whole weight of the object acts. So you can also think siguro of a balance point of the object with respect to its weight. So for example, for a uniform object, for example, like a ruler, ano po? So ang center of gravity niya is sa middle. So when you try to balance a ruler, 'di ba? You place your, for example, your finger at the center. So when you found the balanced point, nandun yung kanyang center of gravity. Ano po? So hindi naman natin sinasabing yung weight ano po is only at a single point. So parang we are just simplifying for easier analysis. Ano po? So again, the center of gravity is equal to the point where the total load acts. Next. So next we have the centroid. So ang centroid is the geometric center of a body. So this means it depends only on the shape of the object, not on its weight. So when we say neglecting its weight, it means we're only looking at the form of the object, not the mass of the gravity. And not the mass or the gravity. Ano po? So in simpler terms, yung centroid natin is yung center ng shape. So for example, to make the connection, kung i-compare natin siya sa center of gravity, ang center of gravity po, we consider the weight of the object, while for the centroid, we consider only the shape. So yung key difference, kapag centroid na yung pinag-uusapan, we ignore the weight of the object. So for example, if you have a rectangle, ano po? So for example, you have a rectangle, ano? So the centroid of a rectangle is where the diagonal lines intersect. Ano? So pag meron ka pong um tawag diyan, meron kang rectangle and you draw diagonal lines at each sides, nandun po yung centroid. Or in dito sa image na to, if you have a triangle and then you place a line from the centroid of each lines up to the corners, the point of intersection is where the centroid lies. Ano? So even if the object has no weight, we can still find its centroid depending on the shape. So key emphasis ha, centroid is geometry only, the weight is not included. So sometimes students often think ano po na yung centroid and center of gravity are always different. But for uniform materials, for example, kung isa lang naman ang material ng object, magiging isa lang din yung location nila. Ang concept lang is yung different. Ano po? So, kailan magiging different yung centroid sa center of gravity? Most likely it will happen if you have an object that is not that is not uniform in material. For example, you have a square that is a combination of a steel and concrete. So since magkaiba na yung weight ng material, magkakaroon na po ng shift dun sa loading. So possible na wala na siya dun sa or hindi siya magiging equal dun sa centroid wherein we negate or we neglect the weight of the object. Ano po? So again, the centroid is the geometric center of a shape. So for example, if I draw a rectangle on a paper, where is its centroid, 'di ba? So um a centroid of a basic shape is something that we can easily locate. Next. So now naman, let's find the center of a gravity of a flat plate. So to do this, we use the principle of moments, as you already know. So, but instead of thinking of the whole plate at once, we break it into small parts. So each small part has its own weight. For example, yung part na to, it has weight 1, the other part may weight 2, weight 3, etc. So what we do is, in each of these small weights, may kanya-kanya silang centroid. For example, yung weight 1, nandito yung centroid, weight 2, nandito yung centroid. So, instead of one object, we have many small forces acting downward. Ano po? In this example, meron tayong dalawa. So, yung forces na to is what we call, again, the parallel force system. Tapos, because all of them are acting down in the same direction, so parallel force system sila. So what we do is, we combine all these small forces into a single force, in this sense, the resultant weight, your W. And then the location of this total weight acts at the center of gravity of the entire plate. Ano po? So in a sense, when we want to get the resultant weight and its location, we usually refer to the smaller forces present, ano po, and then we combine them. Okay, so now let's simplify the computation even more. So, if yung plate natin is homogeneous, ibig sabihin nun, yung material is pare-parehas. No? Kunyari, kung concrete siya, concrete lang. Kung steel, steel lang. Yung density niya, or itong rho, ito pong parang, yung density niya is constant. And ibig sabihin niyan, yung thickness is also uniform or yung T. So, kung constant po yung P, etong rho, and then yung T, ang matitira pong equation dyan is W is equal to A. So, because of this expression, um, so, ang mangyayari, yung magiging weight natin, directly dependent siya on the area. Ano po? So, eto ano. Ayan. So, di ba, if yung constant ito po, tapos constant yung thickness, pag i-equate mo po yan, makakancel yung density tsaka thickness. Since constant naman sila, it doesn't really have an effect on the equation. So what will happen is, as you can see here in the equation, the weight of the object is dependent on the area, no, yung letter A. So the key idea here is, since the rho or the density and the thickness are constant, the only thing changing is the area. So instead of thinking about the weight, we can just think about the area of the object. So to break it down simply, um, yung weight 1 is equal to density times area 1. And then weight 2 is equal to density times area 2, and so on. So, yung each weight natin is just based on its smaller area. So, again, for simplification, if the material is uniform, the weight is proportional to its area. So, that means we can replace the weight with area. Ano po? So, ayun. So, that's why also, as you can see here in the figure sa presentation, instead of W, we are using area. Ano po? So, this represents the resultant, and these are the smaller areas of the object. So, ayan, ano po. So, sinisimplify natin yung ating computation. So, ayan. So, instead of weight, what we will be left with is area times the bar x. Bar x represents the centroid of the location of the centroid of the resultant is equal to the summation of the smaller area and then its respective distance to the centroid. Ano po? So, we also have a centroid of lines. So, ang line naman po, so think of it as instead of an area, imagine naman na instead of a plate, ano po, imagine a thin wire. So, i-assume din natin na yung line na yon or yung wire na yon is homogeneous or same material, very thin. So, we treat it as a line. So, the weight of the wire will be given also by W is equal to density times area times length, where the rho is your density, A is the area, L is the length. So, since this is again uniform, kung uniform po siya, ibig sabihin, constant yung P or yung density since homogeneous siya, constant din yung area since ano siya. So, pag constant yun, the only thing that will change is your L or the length of the wire. So, in here, pwede din nating ma-assume na yung W mo is equivalent to your length. So, going back now to this equation, mapapansin nyo, again, P and A are constant. So, matatanggal ulit natin yung etong mga to. Ano po, ayan. So, kung mapapansin nyo, matitira ulit yung LX or yung total length and the centroid or location of the centroid. And next naman, um, we have, wait, let me just, okay. Next, we have a centroid of composite figure. So, discuss naman natin siya. Ano po? A composite figure is a shape made by combining simple shape. So, for example, a composite body may consist of mayroon siyang rectangle, triangle, circle, or semicircle. Ano po? So, the idea is instead of solving the centroid using difficult integration, we can divide this we can divide the figure into these simple parts. Ano po? So, think of it like breaking a big problem into a smaller problem. Parang ganun lang ano. So, if alam natin yung centroid nung mas maliliit na shape, we can combine them to find the centroid of the whole figure. So, ayan. So, for composite figure, we will follow the process. First, divide the figure into simple shapes. Next, find the area of each shape. Next, locate the centroid of each of the shape. Tapos, use the centroid formula to find the centroid of the figure. Ano po? So, ano yung centroid formula? Babalikan natin yung kanina, yung total area times bar x is equal to summation of individual area times individual centroid with respect to x. Likewise, meron naman tayong with respect to y. Ano po? So, ayan, the centroid of the whole figure is not always at the visual center, especially if it is a combination of different shapes. So, it will depend on how the area are distributed. So, ayun ano, so very important reminder also. So, pag meron kayong object and the part of it is removed, for example, meron siyang butas or may cutout, treat its area as negative kasi syempre subtract natin siya. So, example, kung meron kang rectangle and then meron siyang circular hole, ang magiging area niya is yung area ng rectangle minus or negative yung area ng hole. Ano po? So, ayan. So again, ang composite centroid problems are solved by dividing the figures into simple shapes, then combining their areas and centroids. Ano po? Next, we just have here an example. So here we have an angle bar. So an angle bar is an example po where we cannot um, locate the centroid just by inspection. Ano po? So dito, ang nakasabi dyan, a stress analysis of this angle requires that the centroid of its cross-sectional area be located. So, ang centroid po niyan is naandito, ano po, somewhere here, nandito somewhere dito ang centroid niyan. So, the location of the centroid of steel shapes are provided naman po. Ano, so, if may problem, pinaprovide naman siya kung saan nakalocate yung centroid ng ating angles or steel sections. So, here is another figure. Etong G, nandyan naman po yung kanyang center of gravity or centroid. So, in order to determine the force required to tip over this concrete barrier, it is first necessary to determine the location of its center of gravity, G. So, this point will lie on the vertical axis of symmetry. So, pag ganito po, kapag symmetrical siya, again, symmetrical system means if you cut it in half, the left side and right side of the object are mirrored. So, ibig sabihin nito, ang location ng y-axis, alam natin agad, nandito siya sa gitna. Ano po? So, the only thing that we need to locate is this location of the y-axis, x-axis, ano po, or yung y-bar niya. Ayan. So, this is something that we need to locate for us to be able to know kung saan ba ako mag-a-apply ng force and what force should I apply for this barrier to tip over. Ano po? Kaya very important na nilolocate natin yung centroid because it equates to the stability of an object. Ano po? So, a good design actually, so bakit importante? Kasi once you go on and design, ano po, you need to be able to locate where the centroid is because kung nasaan ang centroid, nandoon dapat po doon dapat subjected yung weight na kinikerry niya para stable yung ating structure. Ano? Ayan, so, we have here, centroid of common shape. So, yung table na to, this shows the centroid locations that the shapes we usually use in engineering such as rectangle, triangle, semicircle, ano po, quarter circle. So, ayan. So, dapat lang, again, yung area na hopefully you already know how to compute your area, di ba? Rectangle, base times height. Triangle, 1/2 base times height. So, for the semicircle and then the quarter circle, instead of memorizing this, ano, kahit ang i-memorize nyo na lang is area ng circle, di ba? Pi r squared or pi d squared over 4. So, kung semicircle siya, i-divide mo lang ng 2 kasi kalahati ng isang buong circle. Kung quarter circle naman, i-divide mo lang ng 4 kasi hahatiin mo sa 4. Ano po? So, isang formula na lang ang i-memorize nyo, yung area na lang ng circle. So, I think, one thing that you need to be familiar with is this. Ano po? So, explain natin. So, ano ba yung bar X, saka ano ba yung bar Y? So, yung each shape kasi natin, meron siyang area. Ano, kunyari, ito, area is base times height. Tapos, location ng centroid, bar X and then bar Y. Ang centroid location niya, usually, it is the distance from a reference edge or from the axis itself. So, hindi po ito constant. This will actually depend on where you will reference the axis. Ano po? So, example, in this figure, ang ginawang reference line is ito. Ano, nakita nyo may arrow and then this one here at the bottom. So, these two are the reference line. So, kung kukunin ko daw yung centroid, ano po, this dot here, ang location or ang x-bar niya is kalahati ng B. Kaya ang x-bar ko is 1/2 over 2 because that is the distance from this point to this point. Palitan natin ng color. Ano po? That is the distance from this point, di ba? Ang reference line natin is this one here. So, the distance from this point to the centroid, that is your B over 2. Kaya yan yung inyong x bar. As for the bar Y, again, ang reference point nyo is itong arrow na to. So, from that point, papunta sa centroid, ang distance na naman is kalahati ulit ng D. So explain naman natin. Dito naman tayo sa triangle. So as you can see, ang reference po natin is itong dash line. Ano po? So siguro I'll color the reference as yellow. So ito yung reference line natin ha. Ayan. Tapos, ang centroid natin is ito, 'di ba? Itong letter C. Ito yung centroid. So, ang area ng triangle is 1/2 base times height. So, dito, as you can see, yung bar x ko is 0. Ano po? Ayan. Ang bar x ko is 0 kasi po, yung centroid ko is nandun na siya sa reference line. Ano po? Hindi siya nag-move. Kumbaga, direct nasa y-axis na agad yung ating centroid, kaya siya 0. Pero, yung ating y-axis, sorry, ito pala ang reference line ng bar y. Ito pala ang reference line ng y, andito sa ilalim. Ayan. So, yung y naman, ang distance ng centroid, ito, dun sa ating reference line or yung yellow line is d over 3. Ano po? D over 3. Yung haba na to, this is your d over 3. Ano po? So again, this will actually depend on where the reference line is. So for example, alisin ko to. Kunyari, ang ginawa kong reference is wala dyan sa gitna. Ang ginawa kong reference line is andito. Kunyari, lilipat ko siya dito sa dulo na, for example lang. Sorry. Dito natin sa dulo ha. Ayan. Kung dito yung ginawa kong reference line, instead of 0, yung centroid ko po, meron na siyang distance dun sa reference. Ano po? And ang distance na to is kalahati ng b or b over 2. So instead of 0, magkakaroon ako ditong value na b over 2. Ano po? So magiging ganyan siya. Ano? So instead of 0, magiging b over 2 kapag ang reference line ko is nandito sa edge. So this is something that most of the students gets confused with. So don't memorize these values. Ano po? What is important is you understand really how you read or how you locate the centroid. Kasi ang main idea is you need a reference line and then what is the distance of the centroid dun sa reference line natin. So yun yung magiging bar x and then bar y. Ano po? So ito lang, ito, something that you need to memorize or be familiar with. Pag may triangle po kayo, ang hati ng triangle is 1/3 and then 2/3 palagi. Ano po? Yung malapit dun sa dulo or dito sa portion na to, sila yung 2/3. Yung malapit dun sa ah, dito sa portion na to, yan naman yung 1/3. Ano po? Pag semicircle naman, kasi kung may circle ka, madali lang ang centroid. Ano? Pag may semicircle ka, this distance is your 4r over 3 pi. Ano po? So this is something that you need to be familiar with. Same with the semicircle, 4r over 3 pi din po yan. Ano po? So again, I have already gave you a copy of this presentation. So meron na po kayo nitong tables. So again, to better understand, we will have an example, which I will be solving manually. Sorry, this one pala po. This is a structural steel shape. So ito yung sinasabi ko earlier na kapag nagbigay po ng sizing, ibibigay din po yung centroid. Ano? Ayan. So let's have an example.